You are watching Access LaPorte County Channel 97. Coming up next is the May 15th meeting of the Michigan City Parks and Recreation Board. You can find more information for this meeting at www.accesslaportecounty.org.
Good evening and welcome to the Michigan City Park Board meeting for Wednesday, May 15th. If you would rise and repeat the pledge, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Would you please call the roll?
Mr. Freeze, here. Mr. Glidden,
Here.
Ms. Sperling.
Here.
We have the minutes from our previous meeting on May 1. Are there any corrections, additions, deletions to the minutes as printed? If not, do we have a motion to accept them? I move that we accept the minutes of May 1st.
Second it.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Any project updates?
No.
Old business?
No.
Table business?
Nope.
Move into new business, item A, the 2024 Juneteenth celebration scheduled for June 19th of this year. And we have our license agreement in front of us.
Yes, this is the second day of the Juneteenth celebration on June 19th. Miss Ship has given us the letter from Bloxham showing that she has permission to park there. She also has a letter from the JROTC from the high school saying that they'll come help out and help with parking. We're still trying to get the correct COI from one of her vendors, which is okay. We can get that fixed, but we still haven't received a parking plan from her. But she's here. She also gave us a piece of paper today. And I guess the second day is a picnic in Westcott Park. There'll be free food given out by NBA, and there'll be vendors for the youth with different games like a basketball arcade game, something with a video game tournament, maybe. Just different stuff for kids to do, and everything else is like cookout based. It'll be somebody out there playing music, and people just put up tents, cook out, good time.
Questions?
So you said that you're waiting on a vendor's COI.
Yeah, so they had the plan in their plans. They wanted to have a big inflatable, and we don't normally allow inflatables in our parks. We reached out to the insurance company. They gave a list of guidelines that they would have to abide by if they wanted to have inflatables there, and the COI that we received from that vendor just didn't have enough on it. So we today I reached back out to Ms. Denise, and she'll probably reach out to the vendor to get that corrected.
So it's not the money, it's not the limits of liability, it's just the details of.
It's the limit of liability that was on there, but that's also dependent on inflatables specifically. I mean, I asked today if they decide to go against inflatables, not have the inflatables and still have the basketball and the bungee run and all the other stuff. We just haven't got to replay it.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you all.
My
My name is Denise Shipland. I represent the NBA of Northwest Indiana. The inflatable company does all of that. The basketball arcade, they also do the bungee run, and they have a 5-in-1 combo. We're not going to use them We're not gonna go with inflatables at all. We're trying to keep stuff simple. I hope we can move forward. We're gonna just have a video competition. We're gonna have sack races. Kids gonna do the egg run, just like an old fashioned picnic.
Alright.
So we're gonna need electric for that, for the video competition. That's in the letter. I just,
I told you before that the electric at Westcott is limited. We have the one plug with 2 plugs there.
I think you can run TV and a video game.
Yeah. I mean, it just depends how many you can plug in. If you let us know exactly, it don't say exactly how many, but if you let us know how many
He
TVs.
said he's gonna have 2 TVs. I guess I could bring a power strip.
That's fine. 2 TVs and 2 video games. And the DJ.
And the DJ.
Yeah.
We're just trying to keep it simple.
Okay.
We did have the inflatable last year. It was at the amphitheater and there was no problem with it. And I guess that was just a different time. Any questions?
Did I understand you right? You're not gonna have the inflatable and or the basketball?
None of that is
Okay.
possible because there's not the right, he has to bring a generator. That COI that I sent you was for the liquor distributor. It wasn't for the amusement.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Thank you.
So is everything okay? That is for, the COI I sent you was for Sunday.
Right.
Indiana Whiskey is gonna be one of the distributors.
Okay.
So we're all set.
The parking plan is the only other thing that we need.
I don't understand that because if I'm paying the police, why do I have to create a plan? I'm paying them $55 an hour. And I don't mind. I mean, but that should be their job. If we're paying them.
The police will be there for security purposes.
Okay.
That's
They're gonna work. I'm sorry. They're gonna work, they're gonna help me do something for $55 an hour.
Are they doing crossing on Michigan Boulevard? That's what
No.
we're looking for. In the past when we've had large festivals.
I have event parking signs. I've ordered all that from Amazon, directional signs. I have signs that we can make. So everything is in place as far as what we're gonna have there. And I have ROTC, I bought them vests. You know, I'm just, they're more money. But I'm trying to make sure I cross all my I's, no, cross all my T's. But I can't do it if you keep throwing me more T's.
this has nothing to do with money. This is the safety that we've talked about at Westcott Park from the
It
very
is.
beginning. This is all it is. So ROTC establishes a force
Mhm.
to work crossing and parking, but they're a group of kids. They need direction. How are they going to park? How are you going to stop cars from making cul-de-sacs so you can't fit parking? I mean, as from the city standpoint, there's only 10 parking spots at Westcott, and
It's only 10 per. I have the whole.
I know, but at the park there's 10. You got all the blocks to park in, but how are they going to park without making it chaos at the end of the day? That's all.
That's why we have bought parking directional signs so that people can know where to go to park. I don't know what else to do. You want a parking plan? You want me to invent something? I have no idea, but I can ask the police department to help me. But I think they should have some part in what's happening down there. Security is everyone's concern.
Mm-hmm. I agree, and you're trying to do everything that we're asking to. So I apologize for that. It's not just you. Just trying to be safe.
I see Mr. Wilkerson from Loxton has sent a letter and, his parking, or not his, but Loxton's parking would be available. I wonder if they have a parking plan stuck in a file someplace. If not, I'm sure you could, the ROTC boys could probably follow directions to get the cars
I think
parked.
they're.
But I think that's very nice of him to offer the block center.
And as far as overflow parking, I have reached out to a church to see if the parking up here could be used for overflow because your offices won't be open that day. So we could transport people back to the park.
Right.
Mhm.
Any other comments or questions? Will, do you have any more comments?
No.
Thank you.
Shannon, do you have any comments?
Questions?
Yeah, good question. I remember when Mr. Edwards used to do the patch.
Patch picnic?
There it is, the patch picnic. Did he ever? Was there ever a parking plan from that can kind of be used as a outlay? Okay, I was wondering if something that could be there to be an outlay of what you need and everything like that.
Yeah.
So I think what we were looking at, when the patch picnic, and I don't know if this happened every year, but the police would actually do the safe road crossings from people parking on across the boulevard on 5th Street, 6th Street. So they would establish 2 crosswalks where they would have, I don't know if they're EMA officers or regular police officers, making sure people crossed safely. Not so much a parking plan. There is plenty of parking down there. On the other side of the boulevard, it's getting people safely across to the park. But again, we've had many other events at Westcott where they didn't have police because they weren't that big. I guess it's like any other event too. It's kind of up to the parents to make sure that they're crossing safely with their kids. We're just trying to make sure that nobody gets hurt.
I think we need to shorten those hours too because of us not having an inflatable. You know, I don't think we need to be there till 8 o'clock, so we could change the contract maybe from 12 to 6, 11 to 6. I don't really think we need to be there till 8 o'clock. We should be shutting down by then.
So that's still daylight, so that does make it
Right.
safer as well. Actually, 8 o'clock's daylight in June.
It is. It is.
Yes, it is.
I'm gonna be ready to go home though.
Then in Article 2,
Can we change the time?
change the time to, I'm
I
sorry,
think 6 o'clock is fine
uh,
in the contract.
but starting time, I'm sorry,
The starting time is 11.
11, okay.
It's just, we need to set up. And people are supposed to start coming. So we're gonna need to be there from 10 to 11 to set up. And people are supposed to come at 11.
Yeah.
Then there's a program at 1.
And you said you're gonna try to end it by around 6 o'clock?
I think so. I think that'll be plenty of time.
Any other comments or questions? Will?
No, I recommend that we approve Juneteenth for the day of Juneteenth on June 19th, with the changes of the time. Article 2.
And lack of
I did reach out to a lady who had ponies. I'm waiting to hear back from her, so I just wanted something for the kids to do. I don't want it to just be, we're down there.
make them cook.
Yeah, I can do that. Cook the hot dogs. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Any other questions? Would that be an issue if we had ponies? I'm sure it will be.
Only if they cross the road. Only if they have to cross the road. Only if they're going to get people from their cars and bring them back. Yeah.
Taxes. Pony taxes.
Right, so pony taxi, I like it.
Well,
Do we have
You're welcome.
any more comments? If not, do we have a motion to accept this license agreement for the Juneteenth on Wednesday, June 19th?
I would move that we accept the 2024 Juneteenth celebration ending at 6 o'clock.
I'll second that.
all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
We have the 2024 food truck agreement.
Thank you. We had a couple of requests, one from the Michigan City Senior Center and then another from the municipal band to do food trucks in Washington Park. I think this is a great idea, and I think as a starting point, we would do a different food truck every Thursday. They would be at the Senior Center from 10 to 2. Those are the hours they requested. Move to Millennium from 2 to 6, which is a high-profile area, plenty of seating. And then from 6 to 8 or 8:30 at the amphitheater for the band concerts. So this agreement was modified from what the city uses for food trucks. It has been approved by the city attorney, our attorney, and the insurance company. But I would like the agreement itself approved, and if this turns out to be like something that's really popular, we may add dates to that or different locations in Washington Park. But food trucks are like the hot thing right now. There's a lot of them in Michigan City and the region, so I think it's beneficial for everyone. The fee is $125 per day when they're down there. Generators will not be permitted while they're at the amphitheater, so they don't interrupt the band concert. Other than that, it's pretty standard agreement, and I would recommend approval.
Are there any further questions or comments about the agreement between Michigan City Park and the food vendors?
Shannon, you said there was just gonna be one per day for the whole day. Is that what you said?
Yes, one truck,
Okay,
and we'll switch them out. It'll be a different one every Thursday.
okay. Was there a reason you wouldn't want to have more than one?
I think this is just kind of a pilot for us to see
Okay.
how it works
In the
out,
band.
because we had the 2 requests. They're both
Yeah.
on Thursday. Thursday is the busiest day at the senior center.
Okay,
And again, they asked for like 10 to 2 or good
Mhm.
hours for them. And we're
Mhm.
thinking, well, if they're going to be in the park on a Thursday, let's keep them for the band concert,
mm-hmm,
because they also want a food truck.
mm-hmm,
So yeah, I could see this expanding.
yeah,
But I think just to start out, let's see how it plays out for a few weeks or a month.
yeah, that's cool. So it'll be in the senior center parking lot. Will it move to different parking lots or it will be in
Yes.
one spot?
Nope,
Okay.
10 to 2 at the senior center parking lot
Okay.
to serve the seniors.
Yeah,
There's a gap between the band concert, so 2 to 6, we would allow them to go to Millennium,
mm-hmm,
just because people coming over the bridge will see them, and there's a great seating area there.
Yeah.
And then they would move back to the amphitheater
mm-hmm,
parking lot from 6 to 8 or 8:30.
mm-hmm, okay. And then in the senior center parking lot, I mean, they'll catch people going to the beach right there too.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
they can serve anyone in the public. That's why I
Yeah.
kind of thought they'd probably prefer Millennium.
Mm-hmm,
And we're trying to keep them away from the restaurant as well.
mm-hmm,
So the restaurant has a concession stand, but their lease is exclusive to the building, so
yeah,
this is allowable.
okay. And then over by the park, that won't affect anything with like fish camp? Is that, I don't know, is that, do they have anything to do with a contract with?
No, because Fish Camp does not have a lease with us. And honestly, I don't think Fish Camp is even open during lunch. I'm not sure, but it's 2 separate things in my opinion. They're higher end.
And they are, but what about base camp?
Well, like Sunset Grill pays us, so I'm more worried about competing with the people that pay us.
Yeah, and base camp that's Port Authority?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, Bruce.
Any other questions? Comments from the public? Do we have a motion then to accept this agreement between the Michigan City Park and Recreation and the Department of Food Vendors as printed?
I would move that we accept this agreement between the Michigan City Parks and the future food vendors.
I second it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Comp time request.
Yes, this is for Will. When he was hired, he informed the mayor that he had to go out of town for a wedding. She approved of giving him comp time. He does work a lot of overtime here. And I apologize, when I read the policy, I read it wrong. It says the park superintendent authorizes overtime with the park board approving comp time. I read it as I could approve both and then bring it to the board. So I apologize. That's why it's happening after the fact. And he's only needs 8 hours of comp time on May 3rd because May 2nd was a holiday. As you can see in that pay period alone, he had 11 hours of overtime. So the mayor approved of this. I approve of it as well. So we just need a motion that the board approves of it.
Questions? Comment from the public? Do we have a motion to accept this overtime and compensatory time?
I move that we accept the comp time request for William Walker.
Second?
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. I was gonna say, I didn't know if that was appropriate.
Well,
The thank you at the end. Thank
oh,
you.
you're welcome. A thank you is always appropriate.
We have golf pass request, golf balls. We have information here, Brad Hughes, Mr. Hughes donated 3,900 good used golf balls to the course. They can sell them for $1, which would then be 3,900 profit. I have a question. What is a good used golf ball? I mean, how do you judge a good used golf
It
ball?
stays in bounds in the fairway.
Yeah.
So Marty Neiman, golf course manager. So basically we sell golf balls that are good used golf balls that wherever we can get them from. We sell them for $1 a piece. We sell them pretty good that way, but we never have enough. I've got a member that has almost 4,000 golf balls that he would be willing to donate in trade for just a golf pass. He already has a golf membership. It'd be just for this year. He also only golfs maybe once, maybe twice a week at the most. So I think it'd be a pretty good deal for us because we're going to end up making $3,600 on it. So he's already got them all cleaned. They're in good shape. So
You sell that many golf balls?
we won't sell them in a year, but we sell them quite a bit. And we might even take with that many. We'll have so many we might even be able to make deals for people or something. You know, 15 for $10 or something because people love to buy those at $1 a piece. Way cheaper than buying the dozens, and the profit is 100% profit because we're not really paying cash for it. We're just taking it in trade. So that's more than we would make selling a dozen golf balls. So it's a really good deal.
Any other questions? Public comment? More questions? What's the wish of the board here on the 3,900 good used golf balls?
I would move that we accept the golf course pass request.
I'll second it.
All in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Opposed? Motion carries.
We have another golf pass request in reference to the dirt and sand from D&M Topsoil and Sand for the bunkers. With the total, so the total for the pass and cart would be $1,447. And receiving one truckload of topsoil delivered is $300, and the golf course received 4 truckloads of mason sand and delivered at $1,400, and that's $350 a load. A total of $1,700. The total package was $1,447, which would realize a plus of $253.
One of the main complaints at the golf course this year has been the sand traps, and this mason sand is going to be put in those sand traps to make it look and function better. So, in my opinion, great deal. Great deal.
And is this a reasonable bid or price? Do we know? Do we bid this?
Welcome.
Hi, Michael Moore, golf course superintendent. It's comparable to everybody else. Yes, we bid out, and actually it's been more. So
Okay.
yeah, it's cheaper this way.
Okay.
You have the sand?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Waiting on.
Oh, well, need this. Okay, I see. Thank you.
Mhm.
Any other questions? Comments? We have a motion then to accept this non-resident golf pass and unlimited cart package in return for at $1,447. In return of the $1,700 for the sand and topsoil.
I would move that we accept this golf course pass request.
I'll second it.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
We have a Park and Recreation Restaurant Give Back Night. There are two dates here, listed. They're Raising Cane's on June 12th and Holly's on July 19th, with possibility of more to come. Have you added any others at this time, Will?
Yes, we have added Hacienda and Culver's. No, Hacienda, Chipotle. Hacienda and Chipotle. I don't have the dates right in front of me, but I can let you know. We're trying to space them out about every 2 weeks, so people don't. I mean, I'm not encouraging people to go out to eat every day, but
I'll do it.
we are
Sounds
trying
like a
to.
good idea to me.
Yeah, but I think it's a good way. I mean, with 288 kids in baseball, these restaurant give back nights are an easy way to make a little bit of money towards the program. So,
Well, I wouldn't worry too much about having them close together because there's times that people can't make it. So then it gives another opportunity quickly, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah.
Well, it's a good idea. Then the only thing we can get is plus for us.
Right.
But unless you're gonna go cook. Any comments, questions? Any comments from the public? We have a motion then to accept the Recreation Department's request for restaurant give back fundraiser.
I move that we accept the restaurant give back fundraiser nights, plural.
Second.
all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Report of officers, superintendent.
Yes, thank you. First of all, I'd like to remind the public that the sticker office is open. We are closed on Mondays, open Tuesday through Fridays, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. These are new hours this year. We used to close at 4, now we're open till 6. We're also open Saturdays through June 29th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And again, I'd like to stress the last day to get your park sticker for this season is July 3rd. So if you haven't gotten your sticker yet, please get down there and get that done. Our sticker sales are up 20% over last year in the first 2 weeks. So we're hoping the word is out. People are trying to get them sooner. We posted this on Facebook, the radio, the newspaper. There's a banner at Washington Park. There's signs everywhere. So please help us spread the word. Regarding Millennium Plaza, Haas & Associates will have the final assessment report done. And they are going to deliver it to us tomorrow. So I'll send that out to the board right away so we can start talking about what direction we want to move in. The Water Tower Park renovation project has a pre-construction meeting scheduled for May 21st. Construction will begin immediately after the meeting. The old bandstand project is going well. I'm guessing it should be completed at the very latest by the end of next week. I was out there yesterday and it looks amazing. I can't wait to see it lit up again. I did scale back the lighting on that project to a much softer bulb and added some dimmer switches so we can actually adjust the lighting. It is on a timer, but primarily I was concerned with too much uplighting with the migratory path that Washington Park sits on, the third largest in the world. So we want to have the ability to dial that down during migration or even turn it off. But also LED lighting is much, much brighter than traditional lighting. So, you know, during concerts or weddings at night, I didn't want it to be like so bright you couldn't take it. So a few adjustments were made. They're finishing those up and just save the date. I think you got invitations tonight. The ribbon cutting will be on July 6th at the bandstand at 6 p.m. with an opening ceremony with remarks by the mayor. And that'll be followed by the Michigan City Municipal Band Concert. Also, please check your emails tonight. You are all receiving an invitation to the Singing Sands Sand Sculpting Festival opening ceremony. And you do need to RSVP for that. So those are going out this evening. And then regarding the concrete wall in Washington Park that we brought to the board as a special purchase, work on that will begin this week. We did turn it into our insurance company to see if it's possible that they would pay for any of that. I have not heard back from them yet, but I'll keep you posted. Maintenance has been very, very busy. They sprayed the walking trail at Gardena to get rid of the weeds. We've had a pantry box at Walker Street vandalized twice, so they've repaired and replaced it 2 times this week. We're considering moving that. All of our restrooms are open. The Patriot Park staff is filling in and repairing all the ruts from last weekend. Pretty much Patriot Park has been underwater, and it's just been really, really difficult for the staff out there to keep everything maintained, but they haven't lost any games, so kudos to them. Other things, replacing toilets, urinals, fixing leaks in our restrooms. They did get the asphalt grindings from the Lakeshore Drive reconstruction project, and they're spreading those behind North Point Pavilion, trying to give a harder surface back there where everyone parks and they're always stuck in the sand. So it's not a new parking lot like we want, but it's better than it was. And let's see. New trash cans replaced at Millennium, and all levels of that park have been blown out and cleaned. They helped fill in and seed the yard at the old Lighthouse Museum, and then they put up the sun sail shades at North Point Pavilion, and all the furniture is now out. So they've had a super busy 2 weeks. Vandalism wise, again, the Seed Library and Food Pantry, a couple $100 for those. And then someone smashed out the decking at the observation deck at Winding Creek Cove Park, and also pulled the permanent bench off of the structure. That was a cost of $375 to repair. That is the end of my report. Oh, wait, one more thing, please. First band concert will be Thursday, June 6th at 7:30 at the amphitheater, and the last one will be held on August 8th. All the concerts are at 7:30.
Shannon, I know the answer, but you said stickers till July 3rd. What happens if I don't, if someone doesn't get theirs before July 3rd?
Then they pay $20 at the gate to get in.
Okay. Can they cannot purchase if they're a city resident, they can't purchase a sticker?
The only special concessions we are giving is if you sell a car, which then you bring in your park sticker and we give you a new one. If you purchase a new car after July 3rd, you can bring that to the park office and get a sticker. Other than that, no. I mean, everyone's registration that's valid, even if they got last year's sticker on it on July 1st, they can still bring it in on July 1st and get this year's sticker because it hasn't expired yet. So this is more of a push to get people in, get their stickers. Because being open through the end of August, it's costing us money, and from May 1st to July 3rd, we sell 86% or distribute 86% of our stickers. So we're paying a very large payroll to be open for 14%. Again, we're up 20% this year, so I'm hoping that the word is getting out and people are getting their stickers on time. But I'm estimating changing these hours and dates is going to save us about $4,800 in payroll expenses.
My second comment with the unfortunate incident of they weren't used golf balls either. The hail that came down there, people that are going to have their windshields replaced. That can we put a blurb in the paper or something to make sure they scrape their sticker off, or to make them aware that they just can't come down and get another one.
Right. So, no, those are on our rules. I think it's actually even printed on the back of the sticker itself that you need to bring it down, even if it's in pieces, and then we exchange it.
Okay. Any other questions or comments? Thank you. Assistant Superintendent.
Yes, the murder mystery dinner is next Friday at Memorial Hall. The doors will open at 5:15 p.m. and the tickets can still be purchased online on Eventbrite. Just search murder mystery in this area and it'll pop up, or come down to the park office and we'll help you out. EVP Beach Volleyball League signups are going on for youth and adult leagues. You can sign up for that at evpacademies.com. Summer City Sweat Program calendar will go live tomorrow. We have workouts. We'll have workouts on Saturday mornings at 8 o'clock. Yoga every other Thursday at 9 o'clock, and there are 8 routes that will be distributed over 8 weeks to walk, run, or bike throughout the city, all around the city. And that all will be free for whoever wants to come out. Youth Baseball League and Adult Softball League start this Sunday. Schedules and standings for the leagues can be found at mcparksandrec.com. mcparksandrec.com. And that's all I have.
The volleyball, how does he run his beach volleyball? Is that under the same, they sign up early, or are the dates out already? I didn't find them.
Yeah, he has so much information and so many dates. I didn't want to come here and just start randoming off, but he does clinics during the week. He does youth clinics and adult clinics during the week, leagues on weekends. And he has like different team camps and stuff that he also does. He's Ross Balling he seems like a very busy man. He's very into it too. So I appreciate Ross for all he does, and we'll keep pushing MVP out there.
Any other questions for Assistant Superintendent? Mr. Hoffman isn't here, so we won't have any planning commission. Port Authority, there was a meeting last week, and they inquired about signage, and I talked a little bit about it. I took the handout we had and took it over to Sam Ferguson's house, and he took it down to the Port Authority to look at. That's really the only thing that we had or that I mentioned during the Port Authority. The rest of it was all Port Authority business. Zoological Society, Mr. Glidden.
The Zoological Society met last night, but I was not able to attend. I know they are working on their June 1st Brew at the Zoo. And the tickets are available on Eventbrite.
Thank you. Attorney's report.
Nothing to report, thank you.
Do we have any director's reports?
No, sir.
Department of Finance, Mr. Glidden.
Department of Finance, the Michigan City Park Department claims docket for May 15th, 2024. Municipal, $81,345.75. Golf petty cash, $2,785.60. Total claims, $84,131.35. And I would move that we meet the claims docket.
Second it?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
I have the payroll number 9, 2024, 4/14/24 through 4/27/24, pay date 5/3/24. The total payroll, $95,450.17. And I would move that we accept this payroll number 9.
Second it?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
I have gifts and donations. Little Rascals donation, Youth Baseball League team sponsorship, $350. Unknown Zoo donation, miscellaneous, $97. Edward Jones Zoo donation, miscellaneous, $5,000. Kroger Zoo donation, the Give Back Program, $71.02. An Unknown Zoo donation online, $497.88. I would move that we accept these generous gifts and donations.
Second it?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Minor transfers from the Zoo Fund 2204.504, decrease account 411.014, seasonal wages $8,000, increase account 411.016, overtime $8,000. I would move that we make this minor transfer.
Second it?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Zoo endowment invoices totaling $17,096.66 were paid to Green Leaves Tree Services tree removal. I would move that we approve this invoice.
Second it?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Credit card charges totaling $4,389.31 were paid to corporate payment systems for the following: Amazon.com administrative blank aluminum signs, $35.99. Shopgate.com maintenance Tiger Teeth signage, $661.93. Amazon.com rec pickleball court kit, $68.99. DHS.com zoo safari train inspection, $157.51. Epic Sports rec for NR Youth Baseball League helmets, $183.29. Amazon.com rec NR Youth Baseball League practice baseball is $142.86. CandyMachines.com zoo donation goat feeders, $228.04. USDA.com zoo for USDA license, $120. Amazon.com golf batteries for two-way radios, $97.76. Epic Sports rec and our youth baseball helmets, $123. Facebook.com rec advertising for City Day Camp, $60.13. EpicSports.com rec and our youth baseball league catcher's gear, $375.63. Amazon.com rec and our pickleball paddles nets, $444.13. Up in Smoke rec and our deposit for caterer mystery dinner, $750. And POS supply administration thermal receipt paper for sticker parking, $940.05. I would move that we accept these credit card charges.
Second it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries.
Any comments from the public?
Mr. President, are you Alex?
Yes, sir.
Alex runs the food truck festival on Memorial Day, and he didn't have all his requirements turned in to get his contract on this agenda. However, the festival is Memorial Day weekend, and it's a great event for Michigan City. Due to an illness, I won't go into a lot of details, he was just behind. So I'd ask the board, this is just our standard major event agreement, that you approve it contingent on him finalizing his documents by the end of this week. We're just waiting on some of his COIs from the different food vendors that will be in Washington Park.
We have a motion to approve for that, pending all the paperwork gets in.
So it's the same event that you had, right? Same, okay.
Yeah, it's the exact same event, no changes in the contract besides the dates.
Yeah.
Yep. And let me add that I think me and Kayla had a mix up when we was going over the agenda because of that food truck event and this food truck event. I think we both thought that they were, actually I didn't know that she was putting this one on this agenda, so.
Okay.
That's fine.
And what should we call it? What's the name of it?
It is the Michigan City Food Truck Festival.
Okay. So I'll make a motion that we approve the Mission City Food Truck Festival contingent on the COIs for the vendors. Does that cover it?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Good luck. Any other comments from the public? Comments from the board, or Brian, do you have a comment tonight? Okay.
I have a comment.
Okay, Jim.
I was at Patriot Park on Saturday, and after a week of, I don't know how much rain we had in 1 week, 4 or 5 inches, there was a lot of kids out there playing. The baseball fields looked in great shape, but the soccer fields, the kids were playing in the mud. And I think we need to look down the road at the future of more dedicated soccer fields in our 5-year plan, or in the future where they have drain fields where they're not playing in the mud. So it doesn't have to be at Patriot Park. We own other properties. So I know what it was the fault of the weather that there was so much mud, but I think we need to, we have 300 some kids playing in that league, and that in our 5-year plan or our future plan, we need to have some dedicated soccer fields. The one big field, soccer field, was in great shape. Right. Thank you.
Yes. Alex. Yes. No problem. Thank you.
Any other comments? Thank you, Mr. Gooden, for the comment on the soccer fields. I've been out there and you're right. It's kind of soggy. Almost like playing soccer in the sand.
It was a pool out there.
Any other comments? If not, I had a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
No, I was